Greetings gamers, I'm LotusCrane. Today I'll be reviewing The Sacred Tears True, an indie RPG developed by Alpha Nuts and published by New Media. It's $10 in the Steam store, and it does not have a Metacritic score. I mean, you've probably gotten used to hearing that by now. I play so many really niche or obscure games. Now if you're wondering, this is kind of an RPG Maker game. So to clarify, the developers stated that all of the art and music in this game are original assets. They brought in veterans from other games to do the art and the music. 90% of the sound effects are original, 10% of the sound effects are stock RPG Maker 2000 assets. And then a lot of the underlying code for this game is also from RPG Maker 2000. Though it does seem like they must have programmed at least a few add-ons or modules on top of that because of the way combat in this game works. So this game is broken up into episodes or chapters or what have you. The main story up here, side story is down here. Blue is finished, red, you still have to work on it. I'm going to go ahead and do this next main chapter, Pearls Before Swine. I'm going to kind of go a little fast through the story. Not to spoil too much in case you decide to play it. I mean, if you really want to, you can always just pause the video every second or two. But that also so I can get to the action, as it were. I mean, the dialogue has a lot of, you know, the typical JRPG and/or manga or anime tropes. Graphically, this looks like it could be a Super Nintendo game, like, say, Lufia, or whichever East game. Oh, how did I miss that earlier? Or whatever East game was on Super Nintendo. Let's see, I think Wanderers from East, which was... I think technically it counts as like East 3 or something. I mean the Super Nintendo version, not the later, the remake that came out much later. Which, I forget, is that the East game I did a review of? Probably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one I did a review of a couple of months ago. Oh, wait a moment, did I go too far? I forget. Where... Oh, that's not the right button. Nope. Yeah, I do have to go further. But actually, the fact that there are detailed character portraits... I don't really recall too many Super Nintendo RPGs having portraits this detailed or in this style. I mean, actually, Final Fantasy had portraits. Those more artfully stylized than, I mean, it was stylized in like a almost non-anime, non-manga style. So, if anything, the style, it reminds me a little bit of... What is this? Nope, that's not right. I've actually gotten lost. Actually, if anything, even though it's a little low-res... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm playing this in windowed mode because this is one of those games that refuses to be captured properly on full screen mode, even when I do display capture instead of game capture as my input settings, so I've given up and played it in window mode. I mean, again, since the native resolution is like, it looks like 400 by 300, I mean, it is a little stretched out and blurry on full screen mode. Not unbearably so. But I always wonder, I mean, this was made using RPG Maker 2000. Were they planning for this to be like a mobile or portable game or something? Ooh. can't reach that book just yet. That'll help upgrade Sayana. But yeah, the portraits and some of the gameplay, it almost reminds me more of a Sega CD or Sega Saturn RPG. Like, I don't know why, I keep thinking Albert Odyssey. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Albert Odyssey, let alone played it, considering how poorly Sega Saturn, and then especially Sega Dreamcast did over here in the States. Which is really a shame because Sega Saturn actually outsold Nintendo 64 at the very least over in Japan. In the States, though, Nintendo did better than Sega Saturn, and I think PlayStation 1 did better than both on both sides of the Pacific. Check out this lady's portrait. Yeah, this is not some generic NPC. With a portrait that detailed and that sinister, at some point we're going to get a name reveal, and this lady's going to be probably some kind of antagonist. Calamity, all caps. Oh, so Cell and Sayana, they're not actually a family. They're like former orphans, now they work for a thieves guild. Those two kids they're hanging with, they're still at the orphanage. You know, typical JRPG or anime, manga tropes. So people don't take Cell seriously, he's like the main character, he's kind of like a rogue or fighter hybrid. Sayana's a holy maid, so I guess he's like a clerk. Wizard hybrid, she's one who gets the actual respect from the Imperial soldiers. Ooh, before we go down. Alright, another book. Yeah. You'd be right not to trust her. So, yes, by monsters, they mean stray cats. Because at low levels in JRPGs, this is what you beat up on. No one tell PETA what happens in JRPGs. They wouldn't be too thrilled. So, high cards beat low cards, but if you have ties, it's like rock, paper, scissors between the different card types. The battle system in this game actually reminds me a little bit of, if you've ever played Suikoden, there's like maybe like a dozen special duels, like 1-on-1 battles throughout the course of the game, where instead of using the normal game's battle engine, it becomes kind of like a rock, paper, scissors situation like this. Red usually means higher level and usually attack rather than defense, but I kind of forget the difference between green and blue, to tell you the truth. Okay, enough yammering, and let's see what happens. Even though we're gonna lose this round anyway. Oh, never mind. Once in a while, Sale will be nice enough to just upgrade one of your cards. Otherwise, I should have lost that round, but I was gonna filter out some of my low-level cards. Hey, it's Gary. I mean, Glery. Glass caltrops. Usually caltrops are made from metal. I don't know whether glass caltrops would really pose a threat to anyone wearing you know, shoes. I mean, I guess you're wearing flip-flops, but those look like decent boots. Practical shoes for being an adventure in an RPG. Combat animations are pretty charming, even if they are pretty low res. They actually kind of remind me, to a certain degree, of the animations from like the older Fire Emblem games. The ones where they were still using 2D sprite graphics instead of 3D polygons. Go ahead and use some of these items. I'll save that for when he gets new skills. Alright. So you can actually save up some of your good cards for when you know boss battles are coming up. So I've been saving those in previous chapters. And now let's save, because boss battles can actually be a little trickier. So this guy is predictably your rival for a lot of the early game. So, they technically belong to the Thieves Guild, but they also just take on random odd jobs around town. Yeah, this isn't going to be once for all. This is going to be, like, only part of an ongoing series of battles between us. And appropriately scarier music for a boss battle. Okay. That's probably asking a bit much. This is a RPG after all. It's not very professional for that Imperial soldier to just be kind of waving his sword around like that, tapping it on his gauntlet. So Sail's, thief name is Shadow Knight, which is a little overblown, especially for a relative rookie. If you can hear that sound effect, it's their 8 or 16-bit rendering of someone trying to click a lighter. But Alfred's like, no, I would rather just toss my cigarette on the ground and let some other guy light my cigarette. So individualistic. Anyway, each chapter ends with this nice little hand-drawn sketch. Another nice touch. So yeah, this has been my review of The Sacred Tears True, an indie RPG. By Alpha Nuts and Unimedia. Overall, I'm going to say LotusCrane approved. I've already played this game for, it now says 6 hours, and the first 4 or 5 hours, I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll give it a meh, because, this game came out in, 2014, and it's kind of very, it has a lot of enthusiasm as kind of a hobbyist game harkening back to the 1990s. Technically the later 90s as opposed to the earlier 90s, but even so, I don't know about this 400 by 300 native resolution. Even for an RPG Maker 2000 game, I would have thought it could have ported to a native resolution of 800 by 600. I don't know. There are a lot of little technical details I could nitpick about, and I had been nitpicking them, which is why I went into this video thinking I was going to say LotusCrane meh. But then, on the chapter we just did, which is my second time doing a chapter, the first time I did it, this video went way too long, which is why I kind of rushed through this time. I actually decided between the plot taking a more focused turn, and also the boss battle actually being more challenging and interesting than a lot of the random battles up to that point. It's not really random since you get to see the enemy before you fight them. But yeah, it kind of turned me around, and yeah, I'm going to say LotusCrane approved. Though now, the real challenge is I have to go back and play and review something like another 100 RPG Maker RPGs, because a dozen get released every month, and I wind up getting at least half of them via sales or bundles anyhow. So having given Sacred Tears LotusCrane approved, now I have to check my benchmarks and play all the other games, and I hope I don't have to retroactively say Sacred Tears is only meh, but I don't know. I feel pretty confident that this game is probably better than most RPG Maker games out there, despite not having a Metacritic score yet, which, to be fair, most RPG Maker indie games don't. But yeah, LotusCrane approved. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I'm LotusCrane, signing off.